So, you want to play Dungeons and Dragons? Of course you do. Why wouldn't you? It's one of the funnest things you'll probably do, and it's a great game to play. In all seriousness, one of the funnest things I've ever done. You should totally find a group and do it. But first, there are some things that I think you should know before you jump into this amazing world. And if you're a new player, this video's for you. If you're a seasoned player, you're going to know most of this stuff. You could share this with anyone who's new to D&D to help them figure out what they need to bring with them, what ideas, things like that they need to bring with them. So let's get into the video. The first thing to do when you're a new Dungeons and Dragons player is to familiarize yourself with the rules according to your character. The character that you are playing, your PC, as they might call it, is your character and who you are in the game. So it's essential to spend just a little bit of time understanding how you interact with the world around you, how you go to battle, how you interact with things, what can you do, what should you do, how should you act as this person. Get all that in your head. Think about the character creation, how you need to do that, combat rules, and how you need to do that, the different abilities you'll have and how those work. And then be prepared to, as you level up, gain more knowledge about more abilities and things, because it's your job to understand how your character interacts with this world. The DM is there to help you along the way, but they have so much to keep track of that they're not going to know what to do next if you forget to do something your character is supposed to do. So I promise you, it's worth your time to just know the rules surrounding your character and what they can do within the game. Knowing those rules will help you navigate the game much more smoothly and just be so much more of a benefit to you. Number two, you should absolutely know your character's backstory. Now, you don't have to go in full depth, like 50-page history of this is my whole life up until now, right? But some good things to think about are what motivates my character? What's my history? What do I love? What do I hate? What personality traits do I have? Do I maybe have an eye patch because I got in a fight? Do I talk a little funny or out of one side of my mouth? Or do I maybe have, a certain person that I'm a rival with that you can maybe tell the DM about and they can show up randomly? Think about those things and bring those little aspects into it. Why does your character do things a certain way? If your character uses magic, is it themed after who they are? Think about what color the magic would be. If they're an elf, a wood elf, maybe they have a green style to their magic, and leaves come out of places like they grow as they cast magic. It also causes things to grow. And if you're playing a druid and you're an elf, maybe that makes sense. Or maybe it's like shadowy and dark and you're a rogue that has the ability to cast, it kind of creeps out of shadows whenever you cast. Think about those things and apply them to your character and like why and how things might happen based on who your character is, because that's just going to add so much more fun to the game. That's going to add like, wow, this person really gets into their character, and people will love playing with you if you really, really like your character and you enjoy playing that person. Of course, work with your DM to make sure that all of what your backstory has can belong in that world. But I tell you, a lot of DMs will be open to understanding that you want to write and include some cool stuff into your backstory and how that might happen. So be open and willing to let them add their own flair to it and their own changes, but work together to write this story. And I hope that makes sense. Number 3, I want to put this one, this is a big, make it flash or something on the screen. Number 3, communication and cooperation. This is a table full of people wanting to tell an awesome and epic story. This is a table full of people here to have a good time. You are not working against anyone at the table. Though the DM, Dungeon Master, is playing the game and using the NPCs to make the story fun, ultimately, they like it when you win. We like it when you win. You know, speaking as a DM, I love it when my characters win, but they were challenged in the win. If you're just handed a win, it's kind of lame. It's kind of like you don't suck at anything, and basically nobody is going to care when you do win, because ultimately nobody cares about you or about your character. But if your character has had to overcome some trials, and your whole party has faced a giant spider and a dragon and a this and a this and a ton of drakes, shadow beast, displacer beast, you know, just pick it all. Whatever you faced, if you can go down a list and say, well, my character almost died in that situation, and you know that, you know, we almost died when we did that. I love being able to play and then someone asks me, hey, what'd you do this weekend? I'm like, oh, you know, fought a dragon. And they're like, but that's exactly right. You know, me and my friends actually fought a dragon. We worked together to do this. Good communication, good cooperation. If you want to do something, or you think someone is overstepping, or you think someone is not contributing enough, include them in some role plays. Like, if you're role playing at the table and there's a person that is not talking, be like, hey, what do you think about this? You sure don't talk a lot. And then actually bring them in. Maybe they don't know how to interject, or they're not like that as a person, but you in character would want to know what that character thinks about the situation you're in, right? So think about that and take that into the game with you. Make sure that you are responding and communicating with each other, cooperating together with everyone at the table, paying attention to someone when they get excited, and giving them the floor is all a part of it. And like, don't be the one who always talks and always leads. Take a back seat sometimes and help that person shine, because that's really going to take your game to the next level and give you that extra oomph when it comes to the decision making and the choices. Each player's choice and decision, it's okay to have a conversation with each other. Ultimately, know though that your character should not be designed in a way to work against the party. They should be designed, unless they're, you know, doing something really awful. Maybe there is a, you know, oh, I don't care, I don't want to save that person, but my character is a good person and I want to save those people. I do care about them, but you're working with someone who's kind of just lawful neutral or lawful evil. You know, they're really just following their own code of conduct and they don't care about saving an NPC. But the DM worked hard to create those NPCs for you to care about them. So you should care about them, and you should have a conversation with your party and be like, guys, I think you guys need to maybe wake up and care about the people we're saving, rather than just saying, oh, I don't care about that. That kind of crushes the DM sometimes. And if I'm being honest, as the DM, you work really hard to create people that your characters will like, that your players are going to enjoy. And if you hear someone just say, oh, I don't care if they die, that kind of just crushes you a little bit and doesn't make it as fun. That leads into point number 5 then. Absolutely have fun and respect the game. Respect others, respect the game. The world is massive. Ultimately, you can do anything. You want to flip off a tree, you could do both. You know, you could flip off a tree and you can flip off a tree. Maybe you want to make a business and you want to raise it from the ground. You want to own a tavern and you don't want to follow what the dungeon master says you should probably do to go save the world. You just want to make a tavern. That's an option if the rest of the party wants to do it. Immerse yourself in that world, get to know it, be mindful of the DM's efforts in preparing the game, respect the decisions made by the DM. Ultimately, they're the one who has the final say in how it works in their world. If you bend a rule and you bend a rule and you bend a rule, not really a bad thing, because the rules are there more as a guide. Now some people will be more strict about the rules, so it's good to have a respectful conversation with each other before the game starts on, hey, how strict are we going to be, or how lax are we going to be? What's the table going to be like? What's the real experience going to be like? Are we going to get to know each other prior to the game? Or like, do you know the people at the game already, or is this your first time interacting with them? If it is, come ready to learn some new people. Come ready to have fun and just jump in and have a good time, because honestly, I've met some really cool people and the only thing that we really had in common was Dungeons and Dragons. That's really it. I mean, other than the fact that we wanted to hang out and have a good time, but ultimately knowing people and getting together was a really awesome opportunity. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and have a great time in your first D&D session. Hey, thanks so much for watching the video, and click another one now to help the channel out. It goes a long way. Like, subscribe, be here next time. Bye.